Drew. Beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. We do a beer review. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna look at today? My favorite Laker Ice. I don't know. It's beer review. What do we got? Let's see. Has this got any sexy Citra hops? Sexy Mosaic. Oh no, this is something different. I always say try something different. This is something different. This is one of those beers that I sent to Alan. And wait a second. I'm not Drew. This isn't beer for breakfast, facts for snacks. This is One Flight Down. Hey everybody, welcome to One Flight Down Basement Beer Tastings, and today we're going to be looking at a beer that I got in the mail from Drew at Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. And it's an interesting one. Stick around. All right, as I said in my intro, this is a beer that I got from my buddy Drew at Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. He sent a box of beers about a week ago. And I put out a video asking people to tell me what beer I should have first. I wasn't drinking that day, so I wasn't going to drink one then. I just thought, what the heck, I'll throw it out there and see what other people think I should drink. And I mean, there wasn't a huge response, but there were a few. There was basically one beer that stood out that got multiple votes, and that was this one. And it does sound interesting. I also had a couple people vote on going from lowest ABV to highest, and I think this was the lowest because some of the other ones are really, really high. So those would count as votes for this one too. But this does sound like a really interesting beer. It is Brew, that's the brewery, Brew Microbrewery, and it is a maple beer. That's right, a maple beer. 5.0% alcohol by volume. What do we got here? This is brewed in Windsor, Ontario. Ingredients are water, malted barley, hops, yeast, organic maple syrup, ginger. Oh, ginger. This has just got even more interesting to me. What does it say on the can? A little description here. It says, for just a few loonies, you could be bareback riding a moose en route to your igloo, enjoying beer brewed with real Canadian maple syrup. Tastes great with poutine bacon or your pancakes. Why not? So why not just grab a 2-4, eh? So every Canadian stereotype cliches on there, and even the artwork, right? You got like hockey sticks and all. Yeah, it's everything Canadian and beer related. All these different kinds of beer glasses and hops and all that kinds of stuff. Cool packaging, cool name for a brewery. Super minimalist name, but very, very cool. Yeah. So one of the people who commented that I should try this was Shane at Shane's Craft Beer Review, and he said that he really liked it. I didn't check back to see if he did a review. I kind of want to. I don't want to know any more about this till I dig into it. The only other time I've ever had any kind of a maple beer, it's been a stout or a porter, like a darker, heavier, thicker beer. I don't know if that's what this is going to be or not. I have no idea. Something about it, just because it says maple beer and not like maple stout, makes me feel like it's going to be a paler colored beer, but I don't know. Let's crack it open. Let's see what it is. All right, let's pour this out. Yeah, it's lighter. Just like I thought it might be. So strange. Light maple beer. Quite pale in color. Very active head. Nice upside down snowfall, as my buddy Drew would say. Yeah, very fluffy head on the nose. Oh yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a maple note. It's not overpowering though. I kind of had this feeling it was going to be like punch you in the face, but it's really not. Like nice subtle maple notes. I kind of wish I cooked up some bacon to do with this. Kind of regretting not doing that now. I know Drew's actually been trying to do some beer and food pairing videos, and I thought I should have done one for this, but I didn't think of it till I reread the description on the can here. So yeah, somehow I feel like a side of bacon would be really, really good with this. All right. So yeah, as I said, pretty clear, not crystal clear, a little bit of a cloudiness. Yeah, it's not like a super light beer, but fairly clear. Not quite a haze. All right. I mean, it looks like really. If you saw this just sitting on the on a table in a bar, you would think it's just a regular old Canadian beer. But it's going to be a special kind of Canadian beer. All right, let's go in for a sip. That is really interesting. That is like, it's very smooth. Very creamy mouthfeel. Yeah, it you get the maple going down, absolutely, for sure. I'm not necessarily getting the ginger, but the maple, 100%. Yeah, it's strong maple taste. But I just love how smooth it is. Yeah, and it's a little lighter mouthfeel, but yeah, like again, because I think it should be a darker beer, it feels a little lighter in that way. But there is a bit of a thickness to it too. Yeah, no, the body's fairly typical, like fairly average Canadian lager kind of a body, just with that smooth, kind of silky mouthfeel to it. It's really, yeah. I mean, if I was sipping this without looking at it, I would think this would have been a darker beer. I'm just not used to something like this sweet in something so pale. Yeah, that's a nice beer. It's really nice. I quite like this. I mean, it's so sweet, I wouldn't pound back a bunch of them. But it is good. Yeah, I have no problem at all polishing this off. So again, thanks, Drew, for sending me the beer. Love it. It's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, and thank you all for dropping by the Terry Isle Basement Pub. Hope to see you all again soon. Be kind to your neighbors and try something different. All right. Cheers, friends. I'm tired and I need to go home.